We are live. Walker Nation, Creek Squad, Silly Dilly here, leader of the Walker Nation. What is crack-a-lackin', everybody? Today I'm going to touch on this topic. If you guys did not notice or now notice, but I noticed this on my IG. Scrolling through posts from David Harris and now the Hosh Twins on Facebook. Oh, Zach Bryan. Yo. You being unpatriotic, my man. You being un-American. You're being anti-American, brother. You being anti-American. Something tells me you was just a pretty boy trying to be country and try to fit in. And us country folk, we ain't anti-American. We stand 10 toes. We stay solid as concrete. We stand for our beliefs. We stand for our morals. We stand for what we believe in. Hey, Jenny, I had to redo it because people were telling me the audio was not coming through. I'm back. So, Zach Bryan. Dude, don't get me wrong. You have some good music. But when you make an anti-American statement, I mean, I get it. Some people, how they feel about Trump and all this ICE stuff, like you can feel about that, but don't always blast it on. Don't ever blast it in music or blast it in anywhere, because that. Just keep it to yourself. That's when you get a whole bunch of attention. That's when you get a whole bunch of attention on you, and when a whole bunch of publicity starts. Oh, were you able to earlier? What's nuts is you said if ice breaks on in, the American red, white, and blue is fading. That is the most unpatriotic comments I've ever heard, man. Like, the reason they're doing their job is to get the illegals out that are here milking off like all the stuff, milking off welfare, Social Security, SSDI, I mean, anything. They're milking off the jobs, everything. That are here like illegally. They're just doing all sorts of craziness, like between like all the trafficking, the drugs, unaliving people out on the streets. I mean, and then plus being secret terrorists coming on in. Like, no. Like, no, dude. Not cool. Not cool. Like, they're doing their job. They're doing what they're supposed to do. I know some people feel a certain way about that, and they can feel a certain way, but just keep it to yourself. And sometimes you don't ever want to express that, because once you start getting a huge amount of heat from a lot of people, that will come down on you like a flaming table. So you don't want that pressure on you. And everybody is allowed to express how they feel. I get it is freedom of speech. But when somebody makes an anti-American comment in this very country, it shows that you don't have faith in this country and you don't like this country, and you just don't. You have no respect for it. And besides, for you to fit into country music and then you persuade to the country audience, you got what to me looks like a wannabe persona, trying to be country and trying to fit in to be a country boy, when the gravitation to us country folk, it's all about people that are hardworking, people that are always looking for songs to relate to. It's not, it doesn't always have to be about drinking and all that stuff. It's just knowing country, being country is like a way of life, and it's also a state of mind. But it's also where you come from. It's where you come from. I'm a country boy at heart. Been small town my whole life. And I get it that a lot of people were rooted up and upbrought in a lot of that stuff. But for you to make those comments, brother, and then you go after, what the heck is his stinking name? Even though I don't even listen to his music. I can't even remember. Oh, Gavin Adcock. I don't even know how the situation escalated, because the only thing I've seen is where, I guess, you were you were talking smack to old Gavin Adcock on stage or something, or was old Gavin Adcock calling you out on stage? But either way, you decide it was a good idea to climb over the fence and then go after him. I mean, look, if you want whatever you want to do to persuade the audience into thinking you're a tough guy. I mean, whatever to try to fit the image. I mean, sometimes those country folk don't always have to be big, bad, and tough. It's just all about handling your business and going about what you're doing. Handling your business and not making a fool of yourself. It's all about handling your business. You can handle that. I appreciate that, Jenny. Handle it. But you can't be doing all that, brother. To me, it just looks like to me, it looks like you got a fake image going on. I mean, it's just as bad as Tom McDonald. Trying to persuade people in the country rap side of things that I can make country rap better. A lot of people don't understand. Oh, it's just music. It's more than freaking music, dude. It's a persuasive to a certain audience, yo. I mean, anybody can listen to it, but you can't just dive your nose into a genre and then claim to say you're this and this and this from a certain freaking perspective, and then you got people eating out of it. That's misperception, and that's painting a wrong image. You're putting on a costume. You're putting on a costume, and you're having people eating out of that. And you know, and as soon as it comes to doing the real thing, you know, going out here hunting, fishing, living every day, working out on the farm or working out on the land, tilling up the land, any of the hard work, chopping wood, helping the old lady, any of that. Old Tom wouldn't be able to handle it. Old Tom wouldn't be able to handle it. But probably wouldn't even know how to start a dang tractor, even though he made like a country rap style music video with freaking CGI cows in the background. And he's claiming to be country, even though Church freaking called that out, yo. And he's the freaking king of country rap. So Tom McDonald's a grifter. Old hog lip. He over there grifting. He's a Canadian living in California, which is the most liberal state next to New York City and maybe even right next to freaking Chicago or Illinois. But for him to write political songs, and it wasn't even 24 hours after what happened to Charlie Kirk, and old Tom took advantage and wrote and put it out a song. And heck, for all we know, Nova probably wrote that song knowing that she's his secret little songwriter. That's his little shadow writer. I don't know what they call it, secret writer or something. Something, but what they do is where they write songs and stuff. Shadow writer, it's one of those things. Creek will tell me, I'm sure if Def Kitty's watching, or Stone or somebody. Thank you, Ghost Rider. Thank you. But he wrote a song called Dear Charlie. Not even 24 freaking hours. While the family was grieving and mourning the loss of that man. And he decided to write a song and take advantage of his name, to get the clout, to be relevant, to try to get his song up number one on the charts. Number one on the charts. Number one. And he's done this before. He had an album in the past that he said if anything ever happened to him, he'd hope his fans would come to break into like his house and get a Ouija board and try to summon him from the dead. Try to summon him from the dead. Like, that's satanic. And all the symbolisms, all the evil spiritualisms, I like people like, but it's nothing about music. So we're gonna forget about Lil Nas X lap dancing with the devil. Oh, and then just in time dressing up as the devil, saying, "Oh, church is on drugs. Church is the devil." And old JJ saying, "Oh, there's a demon in there, brother. There's a demon in you, brother." Well, I had people in my thing thinking I'm on drugs because of the things I say. Yeah. So let me get back to this though. Ghost Rider. So Nova Rockefeller, she's definitely going to be doing all that ghost writing for a time. You know what's funny? it took, I think, took 3 to 4 months for Tom MacDonald to respond to Church's disses, while Trey was backing him up, you know. And old Tom writes an old 8-minute diss track. And old Tom also mentioned that if he ever needed to get a hold of a record label, he had Sony in his back pocket. How do you claim to be independent when you said you had a record label number in your pocket, bro? It's not independent. Just like Zach Bryan trying to convince people he's a country boy. To me, that was just, because you can't be. You just had to be wearing an image, bro. You had to be wearing a persona. You just had to be wearing a persona to convince people that you're country. I'm not. No. I'm not doing this for clout. I'm not doing this for attention. I'm just stating some of the stuff that I've already remembered. And also just giving my perspective and my sense on this. And the thing is, leave politics out of music. Music's supposed to be about storytelling, singing, songwriting, you know, just telling a story, telling stuff about relating to like everyday life. Not always about guns and like going out shooting up people or pew 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 pewing people, for God's sakes. Pew pew pewing people, or going out there talking about seeing some girl out there twerking. Like, no. And don't be like Yadam. Back it up like that old girl twerking with a bowl of rice. With the devil with the 12 tattoo. And who the devil I was talking about earlier? Just in time. Who the is just in time? Oh, he's under a lot of trouble with the whole redneck rave thing, man. Ooh, his wife had a hand in that one. So, you know, music should not have to have politics. It should just be more about everyday life, storytelling, connection. But when you write music, you know, you can't just have like what, 40, 50 freaking people in a room writing a song for you, and the artist only gets very little, any kind of like hand of the project. They're just writing. So what? You got 50 writers in there writing a song, different instrumental guys in here, different guitarists, drummer, electric guitar, acoustic guitar, some guy with just a bunch of random people. I think that's how the music industry works. And how I know this is because I'm learning from artists, man, that are calling it out. They presented the facts, they presented the truth, they presented everything with receipts. And trust me, I know more than I let on. People can say I'm on drugs, they can say crazy, I don't care. But at the end of the day, I'm just calling out stuff. I'm speaking from what I've learned from some very good people that have presented the facts. So, leave politics out of music and just focus on the music that comes naturally and right, that comes with, you know, right with the soul, and you can generally feel the message and connect with it instead of just forcing this thing into it. It'd be different if they were writing a patriotic song instead of just focusing on politics and like just the American way. It's just fine. I mean, if Tom MacDonald wanted to write politics, he can go back to Canada and write Canadian politics songs, and stop trying to dabble into like American politics. For all y'all that aren't just supporting Tom, he's a grifter. He buys bots. He'll do anything he can to get his he'll do anything he can to promote his songs. Like, he'll constantly slap it in front of your face, either on your For You page, on his page. And sometimes he will just, if you follow him, you can just see him just talking about it numerous freaking times. Like, hey man, buy my album. Hey man, buy my album. Hey man, help me buy my album. Every Friday, man, I'm gonna drop a new song. Help me get it out there to #1. While he doesn't have any golds and platinums like Church does. To proclaim to be a successful artist. While Church, Trey, Hozier, they out there, they put it, they don't even hardly do much. They put it out there in the story, and the fans do the rest. The fans share it. But as much as Tom wants to self-promote it, man, you might as well. You might as well just force feed your cat catnip. Allegedly. But Jesus Christ. It's that bad. Because you're just... Please buy my song. Please buy my song. Please buy my song. Give me the number one. Give me the number one. Give me... Let it grow naturally. And don't ever jump into country rap. Because like I said, for people that try to jump in the genre, that want to self-proclaim that they're country, for all you know, it's probably just some old city boy just trying to fit in and claim he's country. It'd be different if you actually moved to the country and you were actually like willing to learn the lifestyle and actually just, you know, make things a lot easier for your life and learn to work hard and all that. So, but just for someone to wear a certain image and then try to persuade people that they're that, don't do that. Be you, be who you are, and actually talk about stuff that you actually know about. I don't know what else to exactly say except that it was important to speak on some truth. It was important to speak up for my favorite artist, but also just call out some stuff that I see. So you can agree to disagree with me. That's completely fine. You live in America. Freedom of speech is always important. But in the meantime, I'm going to go back and probably listen to some music. Anyway, you guys have a good one, and I hope everybody has a good night, and take care of yourselves, and good luck everybody on Tuesday. Second day of the week. Let's roll into it, and let's go find some interesting stuff to get into and be more involved with creativity. Go find some creative stuff. Do some painting pictures. Paint some pictures. Do something. Go find some content. Go play outside. Do something, man. Just don't do something stupid. Stand on business and be entertaining. Like me, if I inspire you. If I do not inspire you. What are you doing with your life? Don't be drawing faces on your wall and trying to claim it's your girlfriend. Nobody's gonna believe you. Later.